Shane, you want to mention this time? Or?
I will. Last week I shared some test data with our staff, and Mr. Jarnigan asked if I would share it with you all as well. And as you know, when we get into test data, how confusing it can be, and how all of the different lanes cross and things like that. This is strictly achievement data that we received and we put together, and we wanted to recognize a few. This is our mean average score for each grade. And I'm sorry I don't have extra copies, but you all have seen this. But fifth English Language Arts, our mean score average was 29.1. The state mean was 27.1. And that was, when we compare it to first core region with 17 other school districts, that was fifth in our first core. And then when we compared it to the state, there's 141 districts in the state, and that was 31st as far as mean score average. Fifth grade science was 29.8, state average was 26.5. That was fourth in the first core region and 20th in the state of Tennessee. Sixth grade math was 25.4. State average was 23.9. That's fifth in the first core region and 54th out of 141 districts. Seventh grade ELA was 32.9. The Tennessee state mean average was 28.9. That was second in the first core region and 10th in the state of Tennessee. Eighth grade ELA, the mean average was 36.7. The state was 31.9. And that was first in our core region. That was the highest score in this region, and 11th highest among the 141 districts. And eighth grade math was 28.8. The state average was 23.7, and that was second in the first core region and 24th in the state. Now, like I said, this is mean score average. This is not calculating growth or anything like that. We can have high scores, but low growth. So there's still more data to get from there. Also, I wanted to update the board and let them know our participation rate this past school year was 98.9%. That was 413 students out of 418 that tested. The state had set a goal at 80%. And of course, the federal guidelines are 95%, so we were at 98.9. And it's just about the same as it is every year, our participation rate. Our attendance rate for last year, which we know what it was like and how hard it was, but overall it ended up being 96.6%, and the state goal there is 95%. Just a brief overview of our achievement scores. We kind of followed the trend with third and fourth grade. They were down across the state. They dropped about 13 points in math and 5 points in ELA, but we kind of followed the trend the same as everyone else. We all know there was loss over the past school year. You know, in testing, it was hard. We had 37 students that were virtual, and couldn't have done it without Jody and Lindsay's help. They kind of took the virtual part of it and ran with it and made sure those students got tested. We had Miss Phillips and Miss Gibson kind of team up together and do some testing, so we appreciate that. And also, this at the end of last school year, we had 633 students as of about 2 o'clock today. Has it changed any, Miss Vicki? We're at 659 students. So, you know, we're up across the board there. We've got roughly 200 tuition students. And pre-K is up right now. We have 17 students there. We had 15 last year. So, you know, I hope I speak for everybody else. Last week was one of the best weeks I've been a part of in education, as far as in service and welcoming people, and it's just been a positive atmosphere. And, you know, and I've been telling them no negativity, everything's positive. So we're going to do the best we can and look forward.
It looks like you're starting out on the right foot with everything. It's great. That's great. Great report. And it's good to see, where we're at with the number ones and twos, and I mean, that's good. And certainly goes to the staff and, management, making everything work. Okay.